today I'll read Deuteronomy chapter 15. In chapter 14 it was about clean and unclean food, clean and unclean animals, and about tithes, the 10th part of everything, to give it to the God. And to be merciful to the others. Now let's read chapter 15. At the end of every 7 years you must cancel debts. This is how it is to be done. Every creditor shall cancel the loan he has made to his fellow Israelite. Every creditor shall cancel the loan he has made to his fellow Israelite. He shall not require payment for his fellow Israelite or brother, because the Lord's time for cancelling debts has been proclaimed. You may require payment for a foreigner, but you must cancel any debts that your brother owes you. So there was a difference between them and a foreigner, or between them and their brothers. However, there should be no poor among you, for in the land the Lord your God is giving you to possess as your inheritance, He will richly bless you, if only you fully obey the Lord your God and are careful to follow all these commands I am giving you today. For the Lord your God will bless you as He has promised, and you will lend to many nations, but will borrow from none. You will rule over many nations, but none will rule over you. If there is a poor man among your brothers in any of the towns of the land that the Lord your God is giving you, do not be hard-hearted or tight-fisted toward your poor brother. Rather be open-handed and freely lend him whatever he needs. Be careful not to harbor these wicked thoughts. The 7th year, the year for cancelling debts, is near, so that you do not show ill will toward your needy brother and give him nothing. He may then appeal to the Lord against you, and you will be found guilty of sin. Give generously to him, and do so without a grudging heart. Then because of this the Lord your God will bless you in all your work and in everything you put your hand to. There will always be poor people in the land. So there should be no poor people in the land, because the Lord will bless the country. But still, it says there will always be poor people in the land. Yeah, maybe strangers, maybe even in especially in rich countries, the poor people are gathering, the homeless people are gathering there. Nowadays, I like it is the reality. at the margin of Los Angeles, which are lots of very, very rich people, there are lots of poor people. It is very interesting because when the rich people are near there, there are gathering poor people. Therefore I command you to be open-handed toward your brothers and toward the poor and needy in your land. If a fellow Hebrew, a man or a woman, sells himself to you and serves you 6 years, in the 7th year you must let him go free. And when you release him, do not send him away empty-handed. Supply him liberally from your flock, your threshing floor, and your wine press. Give to him as the Lord your God has blessed you. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you. That is why I give you this command today. But if your servant says to you, I do not want to leave you because he loves you and your family and is well off with you, then take an owl, like an instrument or something, and push it through his earlobe. I don't know if lobe. I think this is a lobe. Into the door, and he will become your servant for life. So the earrings were, for Hebrews, were a sign of slavery, or of you belong to someone. It was something like that. Yeah, even if maybe they were like they were using ornaments too, but still, look here. Do the same for your maidservant. We Pentecostal Christians, we don't use earrings. We don't make holes in our bodies, and it is not okay, but it's very weird. Okay. Do the same for your maidservant. Do not consider it a hardship to set your servant free, because his service to you these 6 years has been worth twice as much as that of a hired hand. And the Lord your God will bless you in everything you do. Set apart for the Lord your God every firstborn male of your herds and flocks. Do not put the firstborn of your oxen to work, and do not shear the firstborn of your sheep. Each year you and your family are to eat them in the presence of the Lord your God at the place he will choose. The firstborn were put apart. If an animal has a defect, is lame or blind, or has any serious flaw, you must not sacrifice it to the Lord your God. You are to eat it in your own towns. Both the ceremonially unclean and the clean may eat it, as if it were gazelle or deer. But you must not eat the blood. Pour it out on the ground like water. So they could make sacrifices in their towns, What means ceremonially unclean or clean? It's not clean or unclean animals. It's the same clean animals, but they have some defect, like is lame or blind or has any serious flaw. Yeah, it was interesting. We must protect the Lord part, the God part, and to pat it apart, and to not touch it. It's the Lord's, our gift to the Lord. And for them it was not just a gift, it was a law that they should do that. Okay, that was the chapter. Was very interesting about the year of canceling that, and very nice idea for at the end of every 7 years you must cancel that, and they must free the slaves, and to be like a reset. And we will see more in after every 50 years there will be other things. Deuteronomy is like remember Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. There are lots of parts that are said again and again. Okay, that was the chapter. May the God bless me, protect me, and enlighten me in the next chapter too. What we can learn from here is we must have that kind of idea too, to cancel the debt, to freeing the servants, okay. May God bless me, protect me, and enlighten me in the next chapter too, and if He wants, you will see me there too. God bless you all, and goodbye.